What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the channel. And as you can see, I have cleared the figure table to accommodate for another FondJoy figure. Now, prepare for the arrival of the world's greatest superhero, Superman by FondJoy. Now, this is Superman portrayed by David Corenswet from the latest James Gunn film. But besides this, today I also received the Blockies Evangelion Eva 01. Alright, I'll get back to that on another video. On a separate video, I'll probably be doing time-lapse build of this glorious figure. Okay, now let's get back to the man of the hour. Again, special thanks to Sir Wilson Chua of Wild Toy Nation. Now before I get into it, there have been some issues I have seen from members of the FondJoy Global Group of their figures having issues, like some tearing on the cape, or a messy paint job, and something worse, broken joints. In some cases, broken wrist joints and broken bicep swivels. Now, I hope my figure will be a-okay, but just in case, I'll be using a hair blower to loosen up the joints. Alright, wish me luck. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, moment of truth. Here is the front of the box. This is the first time that FondJoy has used a photo of the actor instead of photos of the figure. Now, there have been rumors that this has been rushed. If you can see that the photos here on the back of the box, you will see the first prototype of the Superman figure. The face sculpt does not match the actual figure. Okay, so here we go. Yes. Okay, now I got the deluxe version with 2 cryptos, one standing and another with the flying pose. Okay, let's get him out of the shell. Okay, so first let's check out the accessories pack. We have a press ID for Clark Kent, although it would have been better if they put the actual photo of Clark Kent here, you know, one of his dorky photos. But it's a nice detail. Okay, now we got the ever sturdy clamp and stand, this time with the Superman logo, and the first time that FondJoy has used a clear one for their stands. We got 2 extra pairs of hands, 1 pair of flying hands, and 1 pair of relaxed hands, and a mini stand for the flying crypto. Okay, first up we have the standing crypto. Now this crypto is different from other crypto figures because it is articulated. You can open and close the jaw. So here he is with a cute smile. And the only downside is it has a plastic cape, so it's fixed. But otherwise, it's a great sculpt. It's a great representation of crypto. Okay, so let's put him there. Up next, we have the flying crypto, which you can use to pose with Superman flying. Now, I don't know their logic in making two cryptos because they could have just articulated one single crypto and added another Superman head, which would have been better, in my opinion. Okay, same here. Plastic cape, not bad with the S logo on the cape. Now the stand, you can insert in this hole here at the bottom. It's not exactly flying, but it's like floating. And finally, here we have Superman himself. Now, I am going to be careful with the joints and the cape. Okay, let's check it out. So far, the cape looks good. Another disappointment on the cape is that the wire is again thin. FondJoy better work on their capes. And I think the cape on my figure has the cape on my finger has a shorter wire on his right side. Oh man, FondJoy, you should carefully inspect your figures. Do more quality control. Now that we're done with the cape, let's check out the figure itself. Here you have a good likeness to David Corenswet. They did not add the spit curl on the hair, but the figure itself has a nice texture. Okay, let's test out the joints. Now this part, the trunks part, is made out of soft plastic. Okay, the joints are a bit tight. I might have to loosen them. The knee here is a bit tight. Ankle joints, bit tight as well. Okay, I'm going to try to loosen this with some heat. I'll get back. Alright, so I have used the hair blower on the figure and yeah, it loosened the joints a bit. Some parts are still a bit tight. I might have to redo that a bit later, but it did the trick. However, this is the first time that I have used a blower for a FondJoy figure. I didn't want to do this, but remember in my last video when I said that I would have preferred tight joints than loose ones, but this one is too tight. So that would probably explain some of the broken joint issues from other members, because they might have forced the joint because it was too tight. Now, articulation wise, they did not include a butterfly joint on this figure, so that's a downside. Ankle articulation, I'm not seeing much movement because of the design on the ankle here. They could have chipped this a bit so the ankle can move. I will attempt to change hands. Okay, so I have successfully changed hands. I used one of the relaxed hands and one of the flying hands. Now, here's a nitpick. The color of the hand does not match the joint. So it'll be like almost a white color in the wrist. Same here. Again, FondJoy, not one of your best figures. It's, I would say, decent. Okay, so here he is with a basic flying pose. And again, the wire. I don't mind the thinness of the cape, but FondJoy should have just put the wire inside the upper torso to allow for more stability. Now this is the best flying pose that I could do given the limitations of this figure, and I might have to do a little bit of modification on the back of his neck because it couldn't, how would I say this? For a movie that has the slogan, "Look Up," this figure cannot look up. This is the limitation of his neck movement. It can tilt, yeah, sure, but it can't look up. It can only look down. Okay, so I'm going to pose him now and do my final thoughts. But don't expect much. Alright, my final thoughts, and I'm going to be honestly brutal about this. The sculpt, no problem. I would give the articulation a 5 out of 10. I would give the look an 8 out of 10. Because let's face it, this is one of the best looking Superman figures out there. In terms of value, I would rate this a 6 out of 10. And overall, a 7 out of 10. Now, FondJoy has messed up with this one, honestly. Because I think they weren't really sure on how to market Superman because they have been really aggressive on marketing Batman more. And I think there are more Batman fans in China. So Superman, being the blue and red Boy Scout that he is, wasn't too appealing to the Chinese fans. And another because of ongoing political tensions between the US and China. And as we all know, Superman represents truth, justice, and I'm not gonna say it, you know what it is. Superman now stands for truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. And I hope FondJoy does better next time. But I'm not saying I'm not happy with this purchase. I love this figure. I just have some issues with the way it's made. Like I said earlier, I'll try to modify the neck. I'll see if I can put the wire inside the torso so the cape can be more secure. And that's it. If you made it to the end of this video, make sure to like the video, share, and subscribe. And as a reminder, never stop playing. See you, nerds!